So even though this isn't at the same level as like last year's matchup, being that last game here, maybe there, no confetti, no cutting down anything. But is there still some of that feeling in this game since it's the matchup you have, and basically if you win and then take care of your business, you've got the regular season title to yourselves?
Yeah, I mean, if we win tomorrow, then I think it solidifies us in first, no matter how our last two games go. So it's a championship game. We're taking it real serious, and that's just what it is.
And then you've been able to exact revenge on basically all of the teams in the Mountain West that you've had difficulty against. Is that something where if you lose, especially since everyone's on the road, when you lose that you say, all right, the buck stops here, this is where we take care of business at home, and don't do what we did when we were over there?
I mean, whether we lost to them on the road or not, this game would be something that we took this seriously. I don't think that we're in this game, mainly for the revenge. It's for the conference championship. It's to win a conference championship. So, what happened on the road happened on the road. It's nice that we're gonna get an opportunity to get revenge, but the main thing is just winning, and winning for the sake of the championship.
And when you played Boise last time, I think they did 8 3-pointers in the first half. That was another situation, you had with the 3-pointers that was going on with CSU, and then you guys, came out and changed that whole thing when they came here. I know the coach talked about a lot of it started with transition defense, but for you guys, do you see those games in tandem, what happened both at Colorado State, Boise State in terms of 3-point production, and then trying to stop it this time like you stopped it last time?
Well, I mean, like Coach said, the big thing was transition defense. We gave them early open shots, and they knocked down at home, which builds a lot of momentum, allows the crowd to get involved. So I think it's really on us to come out intense and ready and focused to play, and to not make mistakes where they can get those open shots, and because they're great shooters and they're going to make the open ones. So we have to make every shot difficult.
What's different about your team now as compared to maybe like a month and a half ago when we were all sitting up here asking you guys, you're having trouble scoring, that type of thing? It seems like that's ancient history now, and a whole new basketball team. What's different about the team now?
A lot of practices, a lot of film, and experience, really. We know we've gotten used to playing with each other. We've watched our film. We've seen our mistakes. We see the extra plays, the extra passes we need to make to find the open man, the open shot. So it's really just learning from your mistakes and building off setbacks and just coming back better and building every day.
Is it a chemistry thing too? Early on, you're playing a lot of guys. Does it take a while to kind of build some chemistry with who's on the floor?
We go through so many hours of practice and workouts with each other, so chemistry is not really it, but it's just knowing who does what and where they do it and what they do well, and it's putting people in position to be successful. When you run a play or you make the pass, you just, you got to shoot it with confidence, and I think that's a big thing too, is just take your shot and make your shot.
So before the Colorado State game, we were talking about the first Colorado State game, and Winston said we got whooped. You guys only lost by 6. So against Boise State the first time, you lost by 15. I think it's your largest loss in over 100 games, or most lopsided in 3 years. What words would you describe what happened up there?
You could say the same thing, I guess. I mean, we came out flat. They put it on us early, and then ever since we've been trying to fight uphill, and then you can't do things like that on the road, especially against a good team like Boise, or dig a hole that deep and then try to dig out of it towards the end. You just have to play your strongest from the beginning to the end.
Any words, AJ?
Nah, I think, yeah, George said it. We got whooped.
JJ, about mid-season, the coach made a change in that they decided to run the offense through you. Just talk about that and maybe how that changed your game and how that changed your team's offensive approach.
I think that just throwing it inside is a huge advantage. to try and get easy buckets early, not just to me, but to Angelo, to Skylar, to Winston. With me personally, I just catch it down low and see what the defense is doing. If they're giving me a lane, if they're giving me space to operate, then I'm going to try and score. And I feel like I can score if they do. But also, I know I'm not going to win games by myself. Nobody's going to win games by themselves. So anytime I get the opportunity to kick it to somebody for a shot or create a chain, I'm going to do that. I believe fully that, if we have equal scoring or multiple scores on the floor, then it's going to give us a better chance to win.
Did that take a little bit of adjustment? I mean, it seems that you start doing that maybe in the middle of late December, early January. It took almost a month or so to really start clicking.
Did it take adjustment for me?
For you and for the team. Inside out.
No, I don't think so. The only difference was just taking the time to throw it in, working on the skills it takes to get a good post position. But I think once we started doing it, it was natural. It's not like we had never done it before. We worked on it a lot preseason, and it was something that was just fluid. It worked. We had to get better at it, of course, but I think from the start it was pretty good. It felt good.
Trey and Matt, you guys are more perimeter oriented. How did it? What were your thoughts on that change, and how's it made you guys better?
Mark Fisher and all the coaches have always preached play inside out. You never want to rely on jump shots for all your scoring, because some nights they're just not going to fall. So playing inside out is the smarter and more efficient way to go. And when you have players like JJ and Winston and Angelo and Sky that are able to pass out of the post when they're not able to score, it makes it that much easier, and you can create a chain and find open shots for people.
Anything to add, Trey?
It's just basically what Matt said. When you throw it inside, it's either they're going to have to double and we have the opportunity to knock down an open shot, or if we throw it inside and they have one-on-one, we also have a good chance on scoring on that because you have good players down there.
What is it like having Holy back out on the floor?
It's great. I think we've constantly stated how much we wanted him back. We're happy that his health is right initially, that he's just healthy. But to have him back on the floor is amazing. Just a lot of energy brought back, and just happy to have a teammate and friend back.
Does it almost feel like, your professional team making some late acquisition to help with the playoffs, like getting some at the trade deadline, a special treat? Kind of like that for you guys?
It's exciting. Well, one, just for he's healthy and, he's doing better and he's good. And then to be back on the court. When I broke my elbow, I sat out for 4 weeks, which obviously wasn't as serious, and I knew it would heal and I knew my issue. But when I got back, I was so excited. So I know his excitement. And so it's just good to have him back and to know he's something that can come in off the bench and just provide a lot for us.
JJ, you guys have had a week to prepare for this game. What does a coach, all your coaches are very good, obviously, but a guy like Brian Dutcher, when he has time with a scout, what kind of advantage is that for you?
It's a huge advantage. It gives us time to notice little details, especially with a team like Boise. They run a lot of specialty plays to hit three-pointers, get easy shots. And when we have Coach Dutch breaking it down for us and we have the time to go over it, then it makes us more aware of those specialty plays that they do so well. So, just the extra time and having his eye to see those things and catch those things is great for us.
Does he even amaze you sometimes with his ability to just see a film and pick out those things that maybe you wouldn't even see in the film?
Yeah, definitely so. I think all the coaches do, and the things that they pick up on film, they definitely have an eye for catching small things that some people might not notice, but can be the difference between winning and losing. So it's a great addition to have, not just being able to practice on the floor, but to see it on the film, to catch it in the first place.
You guys, this is kind of a revenge game, and it's also, like you said, you have a chance to share the lead. How important is it to be able to play this game at home?
It's the best part of it. You know, we're hoping to keep our season undefeated at home, and the energy that the crowd's going to bring, not having to travel, all those things are going to work in our advantage. So I think it's the best thing for it to be at home for us.